So you come to Big Club every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Why not engage all week long with everybody else in the club in there in the chat room when you're working out, encouraging each other, right? You got a lot of tools in here. So ladies and gentlemen, go home, get engaged in that thing. The other really good thing about that, remember, as a new coach, when you're bringing people in as those club members and engaging them in that, here's what we know is a true fact of life. Write this down with your pencils. Anybody who engages in the Team Beachbody Club and uses it is 3 to 4 times more successful in achieving the goals of their program. Wow. Wouldn't you want to give everybody that you put on the fitness program that opportunity to be 3 to 4 times more successful? So your club membership is just amazing. Especially when they're walking your workouts every day, you get a chance to win. And if you got double wins going on for January, but you still got a couple of days to do that, so if you haven't been logging in, I can go home and log in tonight.
You can read it.
Right? So, if everybody can go home and at least engage in that thing, you definitely drive. You guys will not regret it. Well, you can give up PIDS for love and money. And then there's the Button, there's Red Bell, there's Body Gospel. But remember, you're you and you have your life. So always be a full line product seller. If you haven't had an opportunity to take a full look at that Beachbody Solution DVD yet, do so. Get engaged, get involved. You know what? If nothing else, get those products so you can pop them in and at least get some of those moves down so you're familiar with that and you can understand the difference in the intensity level of those programs. That's important. It's important for you as you're helping people because there's some people that just can't do the P90X. There's some people that are just not ready for that. Some people, really want to start it. Slim and Clear. That's okay. Let's give people what they need and reach them where they will get started in a program and stay engaged and move forward. So for you, that means for you as a coach, your responsibility is to make sure that you are familiar with your full line of products and that you can talk intelligently about them to people. So help customers get started on Shakeology HD. How many of you in the room are on Shakeology Owner? Look at that, Jeff. Are you loving that? Huh? We hear that all the time. We just watch the statistics at the office. Something. So you have that great savings, right? Free shipping on Home Direct. The convenience of it coming to your door every single month on time so you don't run out, right? What a great advantage. So make sure that your customers and the people that you're talking to, your coaches, this just me okay? Great. Okay, not hiding anybody walking down here. Because I could go up there, but it's really more intimate to be much more close with you guys. The Shakeology Start Pack is showing up here. But a lot of times what happens to us, especially if we're kind of new to the business, is we always want to bring people into the business the way we came into business. That's the easiest way, right? But what if you got like a diamond in the rough, ready to rock and roll, and your mind is saying, I just think you should do this, right? So to prevent that from happening, remember we don't prejudge, we don't presume, we don't usher, right? You don't know. You just don't know. You might just be walking right up to you. They get engaged, they get excited, and they're like, well, I just want to rock and roll with this thing. What's the biggest, best thing I can have, right? You got to be ready for that. And how can you be ready for that? Not only to be knowledgeable of it, but be ready to ask the questions to know what this individual is looking for so that as you bring them in as a coach, as you sponsor them effectively with the best way that you can, you are doing it by finding out who they are, what their goals are, and what they're looking for. In doing that, you will help sponsor them with the right packet. So that's the first one. Obviously, then we also have the Shakeology Plus, which puts them on a premium fitness program, and the Diamond Pack. Do we have any Diamond Pack purchasers in the room? Look at that. Wow! That's great, you guys. You guys have jumped in. How many of you got to the summit last year? Awesome. So we got some people coming to Summit, don't we? By the way, how many of you are already signed up for Summit? Oh boy, look at that. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit. I see a few hands that aren't there. So this is a big challenge to get this whole room signed up for Summit before the day is over. So use this as an opportunity. Number 2 is, right, make sure that you're engaging with people with the product and do it in such a way that they will make a buying decision on whichever way to come in is best for them. Give them the options as you're talking with them. So how do you help get them started? started right. I have heard this so many times from people. They'll say, you know what, I had people over to my home, we presented the products, and they went home that night. They decided to become a coach, so I got them all signed up. And they went home that night, they were so excited, they told their spouse, and they told other people, and the next morning they got up, they couldn't help but get on the phone, talk with some other people that they knew, and they didn't know that they could have a replicated website with their own store right away. So in the process of talking to people out of their enthusiasm and their excitement, some of those individuals went off and typed in beachbody.com and bought products instead of from their store. So how disappointed they were. They're like, dude, what are you doing? Right? They didn't even realize. So you got to help them. You got to help them not miss that opportunity for that first retail sale, right? Or that first coach that they might sponsor with their friends and family because they go home so excited about the decision that they made. And how you do that is to make sure that you get them started with their store right away. That's just super key. You all know that there's two, right? There's the Shakeology. Okay, good. What do you guys think? What does that mean to you when you think about that? The start that stops people. What do you think? What do you think that means?
A lot of times when you're going to start, you think about all the obstacles that are actually not wearing it, and that's when you're actually starting.
What she said was sometimes when you make a decision to get started, you have a tendency to think about all the obstacles and all the things that might happen, and it prevents you from getting started, right? So as coaches, we have to take responsibility, just like our kids, our babies, the people that we care about, right? To make sure that they get started right. So how are we going to do that? How are we going to bring them into the business and get them started right? We're going to get engaged with them within their first 24 to 48 hours. Huge commitment that you need to make to your business. It can make or break it for a lot of people. They come in, you want them when that enthusiasm is at its peak, you want to make sure that you're engaging with them and keeping that passionate and exciting enthusiasm rocking and rolling while you're moving them through this process. Also, doing this Get Started Right interview gives you a chance to learn about their why. Help you understand, first of all, what they're looking for, and help them know what they're looking for. We heard some great whys in the testimonies this morning. We heard Rochelle's why. She realized that her brother had this situation, and she needed to help him financially so that he could get the medical care that he needed. That was a powerful why. Don't you think that's a powerful why? I can feel that why. As a mom, as a wife, as a sister, as a daughter, I can feel that why. I would get up at 3 in the morning and do whatever I needed to do to help my sibling. That would make me want to go to the wall, right? That was a powerful why. How many of you heard Ron's why? He's such a great, fun comedian guy up here, but did you hear that powerful why in his message? He said, man, my wife is gone, all of a sudden I'm dad, and I got to support my kids. I got to bring in the bacon, right? Got to make sure everything's okay. That's a why that has power in it. That means that as you start helping them know what the activities are, that why is going to drive them in such a way that they're going to stay connected, that they're going to do, that they're going to be coachable for you, right? Understanding their why is critical for them, because it's what will keep them in it, but it's also critical for you. And when you do that in the Get Started Right interview, make sure that you have that information and you save that information. Because down the road, there will be a time, and we know this happens, right? Some of you have written already. And it's about 4, 5, 6 weeks, and all of a sudden you kind of disappear a little bit, and the enthusiasm's kind of waning. But you have that why, what can you do? Rochelle? What's going on, Rochelle? Do you remember? You wanted to make sure you could help your brother? What's going on? How can I help you? How can I keep you engaged so that you make sure you achieve your goals, right? It gives you a chance to get them back and engaged in their lives. So, 6 pounds this year. Oops. I think I'm only going to do P90X twice a week because I'm really busy. And I'm not going to do Shakeology every day because I don't like to spend that kind of money. Right? Am I going to achieve my goals? No. I want to be in this business and I want to earn marked, right? So to do that, when you're talking with your coaches, so we'll just use this real quick example. Let's say you decide, you talk to somebody and they want to make a car payment. So now break it down. Break it down into the details. So what kind of car, right? What is that car going to cost? What is the down payment going to be? What is that monthly payment going to be? And so what would I need each month in order to achieve that goal? If they tell you they want a car payment, don't just stop there. Oh, that's a great goal. So what exactly does that mean? Because when you can put a measurement to that, now you can help to determine, through our compensation plan, what are the opportunities they have for achieving that goal. So break those goals down when you're going through that interview. What that will also do is you want to ask that simple question, once you know what that goal is how much time can they put into this business? The biggest thing they're going to invest in first, right, is their time, not money. It's easy to get in this business. Time is their biggest investment when they first start out. So help them understand by asking a simple question, how much time can you devote to this? A lot of people come into this business, working full-time. So they've already got 40, 50 hours carved out of that week. So what are the other times of the day that can help them achieve these goals and put in the activities that are necessary to get what they're ultimately looking for? I love the example that we heard, I think it was Wayne. Wayne said at the National Coach Call, he said, I'm an orthodontist. I have a business. I run it every day. I have a family. I have children. So when I got into this business, I had to figure out how I could work this business around my other things in life. And so what I do is I get up 15 minutes earlier every day, and I get into my computer, and I check my emails, and I do some of my follow-ups. And then I also make sure that I schedule some follow-up calls during my lunch hour at lunch. And then when I go home at night, I do a little bit more of those activities, either be it follow-up calls, or getting in front of somebody, or presenting information in a webinar. But he found a way to manage this new business around an already pretty busy schedule. And he did it, not interrupting too much of his life and taking care of his family and his other business. And he's getting really close to matching the income, the beach money he has in his orthodontic. How many of you have something going on every week? How many of you would like to have something going on every week?
More.
No, those of you who have something going on every week, just shout out. What are you doing every week?
Fit Club.
Team calls. What else? Business opportunity meetings. What else? Ustream. Okay. What else? Webinars. So there's lots of ways to get connected every week, right? You can go into your Coach Online office. There's a whole lot of information in there about Fit Clubs going on all over the country. So go in, check it out. Hey, guess what? If there's not one close enough, start one. Right? Start your own. Get it going every week. There's a lot of coaches in this room, I guarantee you, started their own Fit Club with 2 people. And then it became 4 people.
Amen.
And then it became 8 people. So